Hi, thanks for coming back. This next meditation that I have for you is about something that I love dearly. Creativity. And so this meditation is going to be my ideas on how to get there. And maybe you've noticed, maybe you haven't. I am into art. I have been doing art for my whole life. I'm not going to tell you exactly how old I am, but this is, around 50. So, I have lots and lots of ideas always running through my head, and if you are somebody who has maybe run into a blockage or you're feeling uninspired, what I have for you is something that should help you set off the light bulbs in your head. I have some nice bright colors in this video, and as we do this meditation, then I'm going to guide you to a more relaxed state of mind so that incoming information can be channeled by you, and you can start to let those ideas flow through you. So what I can tell you about my history is that, I started to paint when I was 5. I went to school for both commercial art and for art education, and taught for a while, and have been doing art all my life in various forms, mainly visual arts, but I have also been into writing, especially creative writing. And so the type of creativity that I'm talking about here is to get you to a point where you can use your general creativity and get past, if hopefully you don't have a stickman hang up that you might be stuck in a place where you think that this is all you can ever draw. And that is something that I truly believe, from having watched students do it too, is that once somebody has gotten into more of a meditative state, and what that looks like to me, what it looked like as a teacher, is that these students would look like they need to be told to breathe, so very, very still and concentrated and focused on something in front of them that, you'd think that they had totally stopped breathing, but this was something that I never interfered with when I saw that going on, because what would come out of it was just really, pretty amazing. And at that point, I was letting them go ahead and channel this information. I knew that this was what they were doing. I knew that they were actually doing a form of meditation, and so this is the point that I'd like you to be able to get to. And basically what it is to get your mind to really relax, and that is what these videos are about, to get your mind in a calm frame of mind. And I don't know if you call it trick, but what happens once that meditation happens is that it's automatic. So things like automatic drawing and writing and composing of music, those things start to flow through the person. I can give you an example of one of the automatic things that happened for me just very recently. Was when I was plastering Venetian plaster upstairs, and I had been working on sculptures of horses on one wall, smaller sculptures about 6 inches wide. But I got to the back wall, and it really just very, very automatically happened that as I was plastering, I came out with a rendition of our horse Rocky. It was totally unplanned and came out, perfectly well, life-size, and it now has become part of the Venetian plaster. However, I have to say that at the time I was in myself a very meditative state, and as I had been up there for a while doing this, and these things just start to become automatic when they're practiced, especially when meditation is practiced. And so this is one of the things that I believe is very, very much key for somebody who wants to increase their creative abilities. Meditation as often as you can. If you can get it in 10 to 20 minutes a day, twice a day, that's great. If you can, I like to work it in every moment, every spare moment that I have. It's become kind of an automatic thing for me to just start to meditate, even if it's looking like I have just 5 minutes, in a work day, to just empty my mind, and that allows for these incoming thoughts to come in, and it is basically a form of channeling. And so this is a lot of time actually where I get my ideas, and I think a lot of musicians would probably say the same thing. So it doesn't really matter what form of creativity you'd like to get a little bit better at. The key to doing that is meditation, and from there, as for drawing and painting, now meditation is a practice. Anybody doing artwork would need to get to know the techniques and the tools, and be getting familiar with those. Practice and not be hard on oneself at all about making mistakes. And Einstein would even tell you that he failed at math. And so failure is going to lead to success, and don't stop at the stick man. There's methods for all these different kinds of drawing. I'm not going to get into those right now, right here, but anything along these lines is going to be a matter of practice. And so be gentle with yourself and just do the practice, let the mistakes happen, and I can tell you for sure that with meditation, after a while, you will become so accustomed to doing these things that they can start to be more automatic, whether it be writing stories, writing books, creative writing, music, whether it's art or any other kind of creative endeavor. The key here is to keep practicing at the techniques and getting to know the tools and using and practicing, Actually, a lot of it is to get the overview ideas in the first place is practice meditation. Allow your mind to become very, very still. And so that is why I have this particular meditation up for you here today. We've got lots of bright colors going on, and how this works in the head is that it's going to start to work in your brain in many different directions. You should find kind of a sensation going in your brain as you're watching these, and what that means is that it's starting to make these neurons in your head get a little bit more exercise and start to fire more efficiently and relax at the same time. So these particular visualizations are going to be very beneficial if you keep watching and practicing, and then going into your meditation, practicing that, like I said, 20 minutes a couple times a day is great. And this is basically a key for your creativity and improving it. It will also, these meditations also, by doing them, will increase your superconscious mind, and it can have effects like, psychically, some types of psychic improvements. You may find yourself more easily predicting in reading situations. You may find yourself with clearer thoughts, more clairvoyant and clairaudient. That there's so many different ways that the still mind can come out and be creative that way. There's things like some people will have the effects of things like telekinetic powers, or let's see, lucid dreaming. And to be honest with you, I don't think that a person can really plan on having any particular one thing like this come out. However, if you do start to notice some of these psychic things happening with you, then one can start to take steps to improve them through even further meditation. So let's just see where this leads, and it can be just really a super surprising thing to see what comes out of it, and leave the expectations, leave that end goal out of this plan for now, and let things just spontaneously occur. And that is the most creative thing. So I'm not going to tell you to go out and get one of those Zen doodle books. For sure, do not do that. This is far too limiting. We have the whole universe of flow to work with here, and you just don't know for sure what the incoming information will look like or be. And the other key to that is by accepting that. don't go into this with this preformed idea that, you know, this goal is this. Maybe there's a certain very concrete goal. It would be best to leave that elsewhere for now as we get into this, and just let's see where this goes and what comes out of it as that is, you know, really true and rewarding creativity to have happen. So what I'm going to ask you to do right now is to just try and get as relaxed as you can, and just let your mind float along with these colors and the music that you have here. Let them feed you, let them nourish you, you know, take them in, let them sink into your brain, and let this lead you into a very, very still sort of frame of mind, where then, after this is all done, you can close your eyes and try and give yourself like a half hour to just totally relax and let it happen. Let your mind just empty out so that the universe can fill it up with really creative, bright ideas. And before I go, so I'm going to let this video continue playing after this, but before I go, I'm going to ask you a favor. World Healing Day is coming up on April 30th, and I think it would be really, really neat if you would stop back and do some more of these meditations with us and join like millions of us throughout the world as we focus on world healing and world peace. April 30th is a day for that higher group consciousness, where we can actually, when we put this group consciousness to work, we can do things that are going to be very beneficial for the planet. We can actually get some things done with the group conscious, like stop terrorism, stop wars, help heal people. And if you're not into meditation maybe as much, then there's always good intent of things like prayer. So I invite you to subscribe, and please make sure that you just come back on April 30th, and I thank you for that, and enjoy your meditation. I'm going to let the video go, and namaste. Have a wonderful day.